Hey,
He is Aaron.
Aaron Whitlow,
I'm Brandon Spivey.
and we are the Markout
Markout
Movie
Movie
Podcasters. And in today's episode, we are going to be reviewing Weekend at Bernie's from 1989. I was going to play the trailer. The way our microphone is, we can't hear it, so I don't feel like doing it right now. I'll probably play it a little bit later. But I'm going to tell you a little bit. Two losers, that's harsh, tried to pretend that their murdered employer is really alive, leading the hitman to attempt to track him down to finish him off. It doesn't really seem like it's what the plot is. Although it's like, it is, but it's not.
It is, but it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what
Yeah, it's so if I would wrap up a synopsis for Weekend at Bernie's, it's a movie about two low entry level I guess accountants at this firm gets invited to the boss's beach house because they found something going on with the numbers, like embezzlement. But Bernie sets up to kill them, but in doing that, he actually is killed because he's sleeping with the mobster's wife, and nobody knows girlfriend. Yeah, and nobody knows that Bernie's dead, and it creates wacky shenanigans.
It does. Terry was on fire in the late 80s. He did Jason.
Yes, he did Jason. He also did it. No, I was wrong because looking at him. No. Terry was on fire. He did Jason. He did
one of the mannequins too, right?
He might have did. But you know what I was thinking about? The hitman in this movie. Let me go ahead and give you the who's in here before he gives you the numbers. Andrew McCarthy is Larry Wilson, gets top billing. Andrew is hilarious.
He is.
He's so fast. He's so young and just fast. Like the way he jumps over stuff, it's like really was awesome. Jonathan Silverman as Richard Parker. He's good, but he's not as funny as Andrew in this film. Catherine Mary Stewart as Gwen Saunders, and then Terry Kaiser as Bernie Lomax, who steals the show, in my opinion. And then this is what I want to mention: Don Kalfa as Paulie, Vito's hitman. He is also in Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he plays like one of the mortician guys, like the cremate that had the crematorium.
Oh, okay.
I think he was like
he
is a mortician, or he is like a embalmer. He is something. He's in that movie.
Vaguely remember.
Yeah.
Also has another Friday 13th alumni. Vito's girlfriend is in Friday the 13th Part 3, the one that Shelly's trying to get with.
Oh, it is her. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Brandon's gonna hit you with some numbers.
Gonna hit you with some bad numbers.
Oh Lord. Well, I don't doubt it.
But okay, it got a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It got a 32% on TV Guide. We haven't done TV Guide, I don't think.
I don't know. I didn't know TV Guide was still a thing.
It had 89% like it on Google, 54% liked it on Rotten Tomatoes, with a 57% audience score.
Oh man. Yeah, this movie is so growing up in the 80s. So this came out in 89, so I've probably seen it. Chances are in 90, right? Because I didn't see it in theaters. So I loved this film growing up. Not so much now, although Terry Kaiser, like, he does so much physical comedy. He's so good in this movie.
Oh yeah,
and as a dead guy, like, he's so good.
Man, he should have won an Academy Award for playing.
He really should have.
That was dead.
He really should have.
So convincing.
Yeah, like, I think me seeing this film, I remember when I was younger watching this film. I don't remember things leading up to the beach. Like, I remember the scene where Bernie gets killed, and then everything after that. But like they're like them on top of the rooftop, in the heat, and stuff like that, and the dude in the park. Like, I don't really recall watching the beginning of the film.
Yeah, I always
it's probably because I seen it on cable. You know what I'm saying?
I always remember the sequel more.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Unfortunately, and Brandon messed up and watched the sequel as well.
I went back and had a double feature last night with Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2, and they're vastly different in every conceivable way.
Yeah, there's voodoo in the sequel.
Yeah, there is. But I did like that Steve James is in the sequel, who was part of the American Ninja franchise.
Oh, really?
Never really paid attention. Never knew that he did something outside of Michael Dudikoff.
Oh, right. I didn't realize. Let's see. We have comment Joker TV. What is Sweet Baby Jesus? It's Brandon. Yes, he's back. Yeah, but anyway.
You leave 1 week and they think you're gone forever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a fun episode last week, but I prefer with Brandon because it's better just communicating and bouncing off each other. But yeah, this film, let's I guess get into it. So there's a heat wave going on in New York. At the very beginning, like not what is the guy's name? Not Larry, but Richard. Richard, yeah. Richard and Larry, I guess they're going to work, and they're about to get jacked in the park, and Richard was like, "Stop!" And then Larry's like, "Come on, man, it's too hot for that. Get the gun out of here." And and that immediately sets up who he is as a character.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew's amazing. I've always enjoyed him. It's so sad that he didn't get more work after the 80s.
Last week's episode was a fun episode, Joker. It wasn't the best episode yet, but it was a fun episode for me. Can I make a request? You guys do the Bernie dance. No, I will show you the Bernie dance. I won't do it. I'm not that confident in my dance skills to ever do the Bernie dance. But yeah, and that's a reference to Weekend at Bernie's too, unfortunately.
It is a reference to Weekend at Bernie's too. Which is probably the best thing about that whole movie is him dancing to music because of a voodoo curse.
And you know what? And that's a whole generation of kids that probably, because of that show, because of that dance, is more familiar with Weekend at Bernie's 2 and don't even know the existence of Weekend at Bernie's. And don't know how much better Weekend at Bernie's is than Weekend at Bernie's 2. Like, if you watch Weekend at Bernie's 2 and you get the dumb dance, like I remember watching that, and I had so many issues with that movie. For one, how is the guy still staying so fresh? And he still, it's so bad. It's such a bad movie. But hey, Terry still is good in it, but he's not. And this one is just funnier.
Yeah, the sequel felt like they were different characters. Andrew and Jonathan. It's funny. I have never seen Jonathan anything outside of Weekend at Bernie's. I don't think. Like, I don't recall anything he's ever done outside of it. So he felt different. And
he's done something like where I have seen him in something. I can't place I can't think of it right now. But because he was fairly big in the 80s. He was one of those 80s.
Was he?
Stars but his stuff was more. I was about to take my glasses off, as you can see, because I'm blind as heck.
So you're gonna take your glasses off to see?
I'm not. Yes, you got to. You'll understand when you get my age.
I'm 4 years away from your age, Rick.
All right. So not Andrew. Of course, we all know Andrew McCarthy. Where do you know him from, other than Weekend at Bernie's?
St. Elmo's Fire. He did a couple Brat Picks.
Brat Picks.
Brat Picks.
He did Brat Picks.
He did one with Rob Lowe as well. About them. I think Rob Lowe. Andrew McCarthy was sleeping with Rob Lowe's mom. I can't remember the name of it, but that was also during the 80s.
So Jonathan Silverman.
Yes.
He was in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Give Me a Break. He did some episodes. Caddyshack 2, which is a terrible Caddyshack film. Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, so that's his biggest claim to fame. There's For Richer for Poorer with Jack Lemmon.
I haven't seen that. Shockingly, I haven't.
I thought you've seen all of Jack's films. You're a Jack.
Not all.
You're a Jack guy.
I am a Jack guy, but no, I haven't seen all.
I haven't seen all. I also like Walter. I think I'm more of a Walter Matthau guy.
You are Walter.
Yeah, I'm a Walter guy. But I like both of them. They're brilliant together. I can't wait till one day we review one of their films. So, but yeah,
they did 8, so we got 8 to choose from.
Yeah, I would say we have to do a versus of the Odd Couples, perhaps. Although that's not my favorite film of theirs.
What about Odd Couple versus Grumpy Old Men?
I think Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men are my favorite films that they are in together. And then my favorite Jack Lemmon film. I know this isn't this, but my favorite Jack Lemmon film is actually 12 Angry Men. The remake of 12 Angry Men, which also features him. He was in the original.
Was he?
I believe he was in the original as well. But I might be wrong on that. I had to check that. But I thought that's what was so epic. That
the remake
was pretty good.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
George C. Scott's in it. Tony Danza's in it.
It has a great cast.
It really does.
And it's all takes place in the jury chamber, a jury room, and it works. Like you don't get bored of just that one location.
No. So
it's really good. Let's see. All right, let's see. Weekend at Bernie is a cult classic. Yes, it is a cult classic. But yeah, so all right, so the guys find out that somebody is like stealing like a bunch of money, which we find out is Bernie.
Yeah.
Lomax.
2 million exactly.
2 million exactly. And Bernie sets him up to get him killed, but Bernie's also cocky and he's sleeping with the wife, the girlfriend of the mobster, which I forgot all about that subplot. Like I literally forgot that's why they killed him. I didn't realize when I was younger why they killed Bernie. I guess I didn't pay attention, or maybe stuff went right over my head, because what I was like 9, 10 years old. I wasn't thinking about stuff like that.
I mean, obviously you wasn't thinking about that. I
mean, but it's funny some of the jokes now. Watching it now, where how they land. I do, but watching this last time, I was really into their Terry's physical comedy, and he doesn't get much respect for that. Because now they wouldn't have him doing like all that. He's just like very He plays a good dead body. You know what I'm saying?
I stand by he should have won an Oscar for playing a dead man. I'm joking, but I'm not. Yeah. Like he sold it. I mean, he sells every scene he's in. And that smirk he's always got.
That smirk.
It doesn't. It never leaves.
Yeah, and that's the smirk that he died with. He died with that because the dude shot him up with drugs. Drugs. And shot him up with drugs, and that's the look that he has. So I will try to roll a quick little clip. There's no comments yet on Facebook, but that's fine. Nobody likes Bernie, I guess. They're like, one weekend at Bernie's. Let me see. Share screen. All right, give me a moment. Yep, audio is on. Let's see. Here we are. Boom. And make it bigger. Here we go. This is from movie clips. We can't hear it. Oh, you can't hear us now because
Larry? Yeah? You want to come in here for a minute, huh? Yeah. Look, Rich is instant, okay? That's fine.
Oh, maybe you can hear us. I don't know how this works. Maybe, yeah, I think you can hear us. All right, so yeah. Wow. Like Jesus. Just the look on his face.
I never knew he was into the drug scene. And, God, look how much is here. This is not recreational, Rich. This is a career. This man needs some help. You know that? If he's not careful, he's going to wake up one morning.
His realization.
I watched 2020. I know the
he's
statistics.
Dead.
I read.
I mean, he did pretty good too.
Larry Lomax.
He played more of the straight guy.
Yeah.
I would say. And he kept his not blinking. It's like that's some Christopher Lloyd level acting. Cause I say that because in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, he never blinked as his character is the
Why
judge.
did these things
really?
He
always
never
happen to
blinks
me?
as part of his character. He never blinks. So, yeah,
That's hard
What
not
kind
to
of a
blink.
host
it is hard not to
the
blink.
weekend
Imagine
dies
this.
on you?
You know how hard it is to control
Why
that.
would he do this, huh? I
Like,
mean, he had everything.
this movie, I give him props,
Cars,
man.
dinner.
Let me go ahead and stop
This
sharing.
is tragic.
I definitely give them props for that. For his comedy, his way of acting. And then do you feel like Richard, is his name Richard? And it's Larry and Richard, right?
Larry and Richard, yeah.
Do you feel like they play backup men to Bernie in this film? Like not in a negative, but they bounce off of him more or less.
I don't know. I before that happens, when we meet him, like I'm instantly, I feel instantly connected to Larry.
You got shout out.
I got a shout out. Thank you, Belford.
And hey, what's up? All right, yeah. So,
But I really did. I felt like instantly connected to Larry, Andrew McCarthy. But I'm just such a big fan of his anyway. But he, as you said, he's really quick in this film. He's such a likable.
He does physical comedy in this, but it's like different. He's very agile. Like the way he like jumps over. Like he did like when it says. He's like, all right, let's go to the beach. That one scene where they were going not to the beach for real, but like to the top of the roof. And I love that. I love that.
Did Clark steal that from you?
Yeah, I had to.
I mean,
had to. But also, I was gonna bring something up about the sequel, and I was gonna ask you this as well. But anyway, so they're like, go to the beach, and then like he jumps on the back of a chair. Mm-hmm. And the chair like falls down on the ground, and then he jumps over. You're doing a lot. Anyway.
That was my version of the dance, David. I'm just joking.
Is that what that was?
No, my back was hurting.
Oh, Brandon can't dance. Don't do that.
Of course I can't dance. I'm white.
Yes,
I'll be white.
You're white.
I'll be super white.
He's super white.
I embrace it though.
You embrace your whiteness?
I embrace my whiteness.
Well, I embrace your whiteness as well.
He's like, I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say about whiteness. But anyway, it's all right to be white.
It's all right.
It's all right to be white. Remember that. But anyway, it's also all right to be black. Keep that in mind.
See, I knew that was coming.
Hey,
if you know Aaron, you know it's
good
coming.
For the goose is good for the gander, my man. But anyway, so I love that scene where Larry like does that thing on the back of the chair, and then like I noticed him like jumping over the garbage can, and then he jumped backwards over the garbage can, and then he jumped over the garbage can again. Like it was within that same scene, and I was like, man, this guy has some agility, and that's what I was thinking when I saw it. And then like through this whole movie, the way he jumps over stuff or hurries around stuff, it's just like he gets some props for me. Like, so I thought that was great. And then the roof stuff.
Yeah, but
with the tar on the roof.
But to answer your question, do they feed off Terry as Bernie? I think Silverman did a lot. I think he fed off Terry, and I think he fed off Andrew a lot.
You know, what scene just came to my mind is when like there's several scenes. This one where they're dragging Bernie, and his head is hitting every board. You know, like while they're going down, and then also when he's hitting the dinghies.
Yeah.
He said, Dong. They said, "What's that noise?"
Oh, I was laughing all through that. I mean, literally laughing.
There it is again.
Like someone came into the room. It's like, what's going on? It's like, I'm watching Weekend at Bernie's. It's like, he gave me a gym look.
Is this your pops?
Yeah.
That's you know, I mean, that it made me laugh too. You know that.
But I was dying laughing.
You was like rolling over.
I really was.
Like hurt. Yeah. It's funny. Like that's like the scene that I remember. What scene in this movie? Like always like just was funny to me. Like so many of them because it's just Bernie's facial expression and just like when people were interacting with him. I love the end where he like rose and he just like sitting there like that.
Yeah.
I just like that. It's just so funny. But yeah, I was gonna ask you, Weekend at Bernie's too. Do you feel like not Enchanted? What's that movie? That Pixar film with the Onward. Yeah. Do you feel like they kind of bit a little bit off of that movie?
A little bit.
You know, like the father, the way that he kind of like his body, he's kind of like because it's clothing, and then it's just legs.
I could say it inspired it somewhat, but clearly Bernie has inspired many people.
Oh, that's a good segue. All right, so you was wanting some of the Bernie action. Let's try to show you some Bernie action. Let's get the share audio going on. Because we're gonna talk about this. Now we can't hear the song, but I assume you'll be able to hear it. So a little bit of
I know you wanna try this.
Bernie lean.
And I'll be at the party all day. So clean.
So,
can you Bernie lean? Can you Bernie lean? Can you Bernie lean? Can you Bernie lean? Can you Bernie lean?
Oh, no.
Bernie lean. I can Bernie lean. I can Bernie lean. Watch me Bernie lean.
Up until today, had no idea that this existed. You didn't know that this was a thing.
I had no idea.
Almost 10 years ago.
Watch me Bernie lean.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's great for the character Bernie. But I mean, it's good for that movie. Even the sequel. I mean, it's great that inspired this.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming this was a hit song.
I assume it was.
I've never heard it, but
yeah, I assume it was.
It's good for the.
Oh, I think it was a hit. Like there's still kids today, like that would do the Bernie lean in their, like just like when I think even what's that game there, everybody? Fortnite. I'm pretty sure it's a taunt. Is that what they have? I don't know nothing about Fortnite.
Never played it.
Yeah,
so I couldn't say
I'm not a Fortniter guy. I don't play games. I'm at that point in my age where I don't play video games. It's not anything against those that do play video games. I just don't have the time. And then also in gaming, there's not many games that I liked. I would honestly get the WWE games or the NBA games. I never really liked the Madden games because I don't like football. There, I said it. But I wouldn't get those. And then like shooting games, I like to watch people play them, but I wouldn't myself play them. Oh, like I did like Elder Scroll or whatever, Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
That was I enjoyed that game. I thought that was fun, but I didn't really do missions. I just explored.
You explored.
Yeah.
You're a explorer.
And then like I got frustrated because I couldn't buy a horse, and I was like, I'm done.
You couldn't buy a horse.
Yeah, I get frustrated with games and I stop playing them. Like literally, Gun.
There you go. There went the
Gun.
games.
You remember that movie Gun?
That
game Gun?
Yeah, I remember.
It was like on PS2 or one.
Yeah, I bought it for Xbox 360.
And I got
frustrated.
I got frustrated at the boat scene. There's like a boat.
Oh, the boat. I got past that.
I didn't get past the boat. I couldn't get past the boat, and I got so mad, and I quit playing it.
I couldn't get past a certain shootout, and I was like, I'm done. I'll go play Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Red Dead was a better game. And Undead Nightmare, Undead, like Red Dead, the Undead one was also really great.
I hadn't played that one, though.
But, yeah, my point is I don't play games.
He doesn't play.
Huh?
He doesn't play?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing
Brandon
wrong with
plays
it.
games. Brandon's a gamer.
Not as much, but, I'm trying to get back into it. Like I recently played House of Ashes, which is from the Dark Pictures anthology series. You might like those. They're horror-based games that feel like a movie.
Bilford says we should make a game. You run away from Ali. Oh Lord, my gosh. Oh, too soon, Bilford. Too soon. Okay. All right. Woo. Poor person. Anyway, so back to Bernie.
Back to Bernie.
Back to that dead man. So
Oh,
the whole. What did you think about the joke that nobody knows that Bernie's dead? Like that was a recurring thing. Like there's a party and people's interacting with Bernie, like massaging
with
shoulders.
these type of people, it's plausible.
like they're all like just service level people.
Yeah, I mean, they want something from him, and obviously
they're leeches.
Yeah,
they are, aren't they? You're right about it. Like Bernie's so popular, but it's because people want stuff from him.
Yeah,
I never thought about that. I like Bernie better in death than I did in real life. He was
despicable in real life.
Yeah. I don't understand why everybody liked him. Like really, like in real life,
because he had money.
He seemed like he was a prick.
He had money.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah,
I ain't gonna go in if he was a prick or not. I mean,
he like when you introduced to him at the beach, he is first of all, when you introduce to him in the movie, he doesn't know Richard or Larry's name.
Yeah.
And
typical boss though.
Yeah, but yeah. And then you're like, okay. And then like Larry calls him Burn. He says knee.
Yeah, I know, I love that.
Yeah. And then what else? When he got to the beach, he like fired the guy and kicked him in his butt.
Yeah.
And then he like yelled at the is he a gardener? What is he? What do you have a gardener for? What is he? What is that guy?
He was I don't know if he was exactly a gardener, but
horticulturalist, is that word?
I mean, he had a lot of people that worked for him though.
He did.
Outside of the office.
He did not even have a maid. He had no maid. I'm pretty sure he had a maid.
Yeah, that house, that was huge.
I'm pretty sure Bernie doesn't clean the house.
Yeah.
It's very 80s. That house was very it was nice. Yes.
Don't you miss it?
I missed the 80s. And this movie felt totally 80s. And it's the tail end of the 80s. It came out 89, so it was shot probably in 88.
Yeah.
87, 88. And yeah, it just felt like he had the whole vibe. Like that girl, I forget her name. She's very pretty, wasn't she?
She's pretty, yeah,
she is. But anyway, Bernie. So he's dead, and then also there's the mob lady girlfriend came and had sex with a dead body. Necrophilia.
Now that's something to talk about right there.
Necrophilia. But it's not necrophilia for her because she didn't know.
She didn't know.
So
that tells you a lot about her.
But he was like probably room temperature or code. I don't know. It's weird.
Is it?
It's got to be weird. It's weird for me.
I really wouldn't know, man.
I wouldn't think. I don't know if it's weird. It's weird to me that people do things like that. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, I was watching.
What were you watching, Brandon?
See No Evil 2.
Oh,
the Isabella, the girl from Ginger Snaps, wanted to have sex where Jacob Goodnight's body was because he was dead. It was like a fantasy of hers.
You see No Evil. Well, go ahead. For your Halloween time frame.
Yeah.
All right.
I like Kane. Come on.
Yeah, Glenn Jacobs.
And Danielle Harris is in the movie, so there you go.
She is?
Yeah, she's the
which
lead.
One?
See No Evil 2.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Yeah, no one has. I had it, so I was like, well, I hadn't seen this since it came out. I'll watch it.
So somebody want to have...
Yeah, she had a thing about having sex around dead bodies. I mean, it's better than sleeping with a dead body, right?
Hey, what's up with people in these movies like that? Because we mentioned Return of the Living Dead. Linnea Quigley's character got naked on the top of a tombstone thing. Tomb thing. It's not tombstone. It's like a mausoleum thing. You know, the long ones. You know what I'm talking about? That's at the graveyard that you can get on top of a sepulchre. Is that how you say it? Sepulchre? Yeah. But anyway, she got on top of it.
It is what it is.
She got naked, and then she got dead because
people are who they are.
And people, you are who you eat. And she was eaten by the dead people. And
that's a real thing, though.
But then she became getting eaten by dead people.
No, the graveyards. Getting naked and having sex in graveyards.
Okay, this is taking a left turn, but
I'm just saying,
why
it is an actual real thing.
How do you know this, Brandon? What is your browser history looking like? But anyway,
no, I was friends with someone.
Oh gosh! Oh my goodness! You was friends with someone.
I knew this person that
Oh,
you know.
Did they work at a funeral home? If so, you should report them.
No, this is not Phantasm, okay?
Oh. All these related content because it's the dead. It's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but with the dead
yeah,
people.
I mean, I knew this person. I used to work with this person, and they had this fetish about graveyards, and it's a real. I'm just saying, it's a real thing.
Oh Lord.
There's a lot of weird people out there.
Yes, there is. That's weird. You weirdos, keep the fetish to yourself and stop disturbing the corpses of people. Anyway.
It's like people wanting to drink blood.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, too.
I got trapped in a car with a girl that truly thought she was a vampire.
Did she bite you?
No, she cut herself and drank her blood, though.
In front of you?
Yes.
Brandon.
She locked the doors. I thought
Brandon,
she was going to kill me.
Brandon, so there is too many people you've encountered in your life. You encountered a guy that wanted to kill homeless people. You encountered this woman that wants to drink a blood. This other woman that wants to do things on top of graves. And then I assume you probably met somebody that thought that they're a monster. I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in your.
No one thought there was a monster. No, but
you met someone that thought that they're God to everybody, right? So, you just keep encountering a lot of people.
I met some weird people.
Yes.
At a certain point in my life.
Yes, my goodness. Well, anyway, back to the dead person in this movie, Bernie Lomax. So,
man, if this doesn't get a rating,
yeah. Even DK is like, I'm out. He's like,
welcome back, Brandon.
Brandon. Look, no one's watching. And like literally no one is commenting on Facebook. Which that's fine. I appreciate you paying attention to us. But anyway, we're going
Dark side.
Huh? Oh, what just happened? We can talk about that. No. Oh Lord, there we are. Weekend at Bernie's. Oh no, Aaron again. Weekend at Bernie's. There we go. All right. So, what else can I say about this movie? So Bernie.
It's not. We could talk about Richard and the girl.
Yeah.
How he got caught. They went on a date.
And
the dad came in. He
tried to
Butler.
Butler. Yeah. You just. So what? But I never understood that because he literally lives with Larry. Like they're roommates, right? I assume.
He lives with his parents.
He does live with his parents.
But he lied, said they died in a train
crash.
The plane came down on the train. I was like,
yeah. But
you're
like,
just making it worse, dude. Stop
I always thought that they were roommates, him and Larry. So and then like now it just didn't make sense that he was at his parents' house. But yeah, no, his parents. Like literally, if he would have just said nothing, his dad would have went into the room, or if he would have just said okay, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Didn't know you was at Richard." He was leaving. He says, "It's okay, Monroe. Lay out my blue suit for the morning." He's like, "How about I lay you out?"
It all could have been avoided if he just took Larry's advice and let him use his apartment.
Yeah.
But no, Richard was like, "No, you got cockroaches. Can't take a girl to an apartment with cockroaches." But by the way, I want to say I don't have cockroaches in my apartment.
Oh, segue. Brandon has an apartment. No cockroaches.
No cockroaches.
No gangbangers. So it's good.
Well, I hope to God there's no gangbangers. I don't want to get gangbanged.
That's not a thing.
I know.
That means something totally different, Brandon.
I realize that.
Lord. Oh, no. This podcast has went somewhere else. Guys, no.
I am back, baby.
Brandon is back. He's back. He's all revved up. All right, he's got the Bernie going on. Not the dance, but the animated corpse. I guess I don't know. He's not animated, but he is. Like they tie the shoes together with the corpse and walk. You know how heavy a body is? It's unrealistic, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Movie. You know, I thought about that watching this movie. I'm like, we are laughing at the fact that there's a dead body and people are like desecrating this dead body.
Yes, they are.
That's what we're laughing at, but it's funny. But you can't do movies like. There's no way you can do this movie now. I think that I think people would be mad. Like people were offended with firefighters and Halloween Kills. There's no way you can have a dead body and I don't know, dinged in the head by a dinghy.
Yeah, I don't get that complaint about the firefighters. It's a Halloween film. I mean, people are going to die, right? I mean,
right. I agree.
Phone call?
No, just responding. But yeah, I agree.
But what did you think of the relationship between Richard and the girl? I can't think of her name. Did you enjoy the relationship?
I agree that they are a real couple.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
they can't really be a real couple.
It's just unrealistic that she ends up there. But also, I feel like it's forced. Like she doesn't really believe him. But then, like the one of the parts that really funny is when Larry's like, "Look, it's just Bernie," and he does like in his head, ding.
Yeah.
Right. Man, that guy acts so well.
Fun fact: this movie, an early in pre-production, this was supposed to be a vehicle for Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Oh wow, that'll change the dynamic of this movie.
I'm kind of glad they went the other way though, just because I could obviously see Corey Haim as Larry. I couldn't see him playing straight and Feldman playing Larry. Feldman wouldn't have been good as either role in my opinion.
Right.
So I'm glad they went the direction they went because Silverman's. I think he's good in the movie.
Yeah, I think that is meant to be who was in this film. All right, we can go ahead and get to the end. So also there's a subplot of the guy that actually killed Bernie, thinking that Bernie's still alive the whole time. And so he keeps killing him over and over again, but he keeps showing up. And then like the last time he comes in and he shoots him and empties a gun in him and is like oblivious to the fact that there's witnesses. Which I thought that's funny. And then like Rich is like, I don't see anything. I was looking at my watch. And then like Larry says, I was blind. I'm blind. The girl's like, she has nothing to say. And then like he starts pointing at her, and then like the gun is empty. He's like, it's empty. He said, yes, it is. This one isn't. And then like that whole it just starts the final little showdown.
But I love how Larry ties him up with the phone line.
Yeah.
It just
and he has his hand like, and then like he punches him.
Yeah.
And then like he falls. But that's pretty much the end of the movie. And they take Bernie. Bernie's still around because obviously there's a part 2. So dumb. But anyway, I'm ready to give my little ratings. You ready?
I suppose I'm ready.
Do the Bernie. No, anyway. I'm not gonna do it. But anyway. So I give this movie 3 stars out of 3 markouts out of 5.
I'm gonna give it 4. I had such a blast with it. Still,
I didn't hate it. I just where I'm at.
Yeah, I was dying with laughter at certain scenes.
He was hard.
I was. I mean, I love Silverman. Well, I don't love him in this movie, but I like him in the movie. I love McCarthy in the movie, and I love Terry in the movie, and the girl was fine, but I didn't really buy their relationship at all. But it wasn't perfect, but I still had a really good time.
Yeah.
Sadly, the sequel I had a horrible time.
Yeah,
and I remember thinking that was fun, but
it was so bad.
You hated it initially, right?
Yeah,
I liked it initially.
I never liked it.
It was also the first Bernie film I saw.
Why, Brandon? I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I'm not abusing this man. But I am not surprised that Brandon sees stuff out of order. only time that I've done that, and I can admit it, is Halloween. I seen Halloween 2 before I seen Halloween. I admit it. But they the same night, so it's like I seen Halloween, right? But anyway, Brandon has seen realistically, he's seen a lot of stuff out of order.
I have.
Did you see Ninja Turtles 2 before you seen one?
Yes.
Dang, Brandon.
I think so. Yeah.
I was joking. He's dead serious.
I think I really do. I think I did see that order.
Oh Lord, Brandon.
I can say one film I hadn't seen out of order.
Yeah.
Hellraiser, because that's the only one I've seen.
Oh, but you hate it.
I hate it so much.
See, for him to like something, you got to see it out of order. Anyway,
I wouldn't go that far.
you seen House Party? Or because we're doing that next week. House Party.
Oh yeah, I've seen House Party,
So we're gonna do that next week.
but I think I've seen the third one first.
What? Ew, gross.
Is that the one they're engaged and?
Yes, it's the worst one.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one first. Because that was like
there's like 4 or 5 of them. Now.
My the babysitter at the time was my aunt, and she's like, "You can't watch that. Those are X-rated movies."
No, or not. You said they got black people in it. Aunt Spivey.
But she's no longer living.
Oh, bless your.
But yeah, she was like, "Those are X-rated movies," heart. And it wasn't because it was black people.
Probably got something with. Oh,
yeah,
black people are X-rated. Oh, they're gonna do stuff.
It was
they're
the teen sets films. It was the American Pie films for that era.
Black people.
Well, why you gotta throw race? It is about them having sets, which is what American Pie is about.
It's about a man wanting to bust Dope Rhymes at a party, a house party, and yes, Play wants to have bust, but not boots, and also
he wants to sleep with Martin's wife.
It's not. No, Play doesn't. Play wants to get Shireen. Play wants to get anyone, honestly. Let's be real.
Okay, I'm talking about Kid then.
Kid wants to get.
Yeah, I like Kid more.
Listen, this guy likes class act, so let's not hold anything.
I don't like as much as I used to. I was a little disappointed when I rewatched it.
Of course you were. Yeah, you know why? Because we're grown ups now, and it doesn't.
You wanna know what it was?
You didn't
Pauly
like.
Shore has
You
to
didn't like
show
Dougie
up.
Doug.
No, I like Dougie. I love when he's licking those lollipops.
Yeah, he said I got that Lee Major thing going on in my head. I watched it again, and it was so hard to watch.
I don't like when Pauly Shore.
I loved it back then. I love that. That it's all connected because it doesn't. Does Brendan Fraser pop up? It's only
it's only Pauly. He's playing. He's
playing the same, pretty much the same guy. It's all connected. It's all a part of the Encino Man world. It's the Encino Man universe.
But I tell you, I wouldn't mind like a sequel with those guys in something.
Kid and Play.
Yeah,
I'd love to see him now.
I haven't seen him like
anything. Kid is still acting every now and then, not as much. Play, he became a preacher, I think. But I'd love to see them. Yeah. I got all the movies somewhere, and I'll let you borrow the one. But all right, next week we're going to be doing Kid and Play's House Party. One of my favorite.
Breakout. Is this what started Martin?
Yeah, this is the introduction to Martin Lawrence. And
Bad Breath, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Blau.
That's what I do remember about that movie.
And then Dragon Breath Blau. And then later on he had Talking Dirty After Dark and everything. But that kickstarted Martin Lawrence's career. And then Def Comedy Jam came along and he blew up as well. But yeah, House Party next week. Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
Thank you for marking out with us here on the Markout Movie Podcast.